Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopichana Vallabha Girivaradari Gopichana Vallabha Girivaradari Yashodanandana Rachachana Ranchana Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Yashodanandana Rachachana Ranchana. Jörn, muss lauter machen, weil das geht nicht so nahe. Yamunate Ravana Chari Yamunate Ravana Chari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Haribol. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Radha Madhava, Radha Madhava, Radha Madhava, Shri Radhe. Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Shri Shri Radha Madhava ki, Shri Prabhupada ki, Gaura Bhaktivinoda ki, Grantharaj Srimad Bhagavatam ki, Golokhera Premadan Harinam Sankirtan ki, Shri Prabhupada ki. So, I have here an English book. I guess I'm speaking English. We don't have German. Huh? But then we need a translation. Sprecht ihr beide kein Englisch, oder? Kein Deutsch. And you better English also, ne? And she also. Kann jemand, Björn, kannst du übersetzen von Englisch ins Deutsche für Geschaukund und Dame? It's okay. It's Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Gauranga. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Vaibhava Prakasha Krishna Rashi Balarama. Vaibhava Prakasha Krishna Rashi Balarama. Varnamatra Veda Sabha Krishna Rasamana. Varnamatra Veda Sabha Krishna Rasamana. Vaibhava Prakasha Krishna Rasa Shri Balarama Vanamatra Veda Sabha Krishna Rasamana Vaibhava Prakasha Krishna Rashi Balarama Vanamatra Veda Sabha Krishna Rasamana. Please chant. Vaibhava Prakasha, Manifestation, ich habe es noch gesungen, so melodisch. Manifestation of the Vaibhava feature. Manifestation. Sorry. Yes. Krishnera of Lord Krishna. Shri Balarama. Shri Balarama. Varna Matra, color only. Veda, difference. Sabha, everything. Krishnera Samana, equal to Krishna. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami, Srila Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. The first manifestation of the Vaibhava feature of Krishna is Sri Balaramji. Sri Balaram and Krishna have different bodily colors, but otherwise Sri Balaram is equal to Krishna in all respects. To understand the difference between Svayam Rupa, Tat Ekatma Rupa, Avesha Prabhav and Vaibhav, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur has given the following description. In the beginning, Krishna has three bodily features. First, Svayam Rupa, as a cowherd boy in Vrindavan. Second, Tat Ekatma Rupa, which is divided into Swamshaka and Vilas. And third, Avesha Rupa. The Swamshaka, or expansions of the personal potency, are Karanatokashai, Kabodakashai, Kshirodokashai, and second incarnations such as the fish, tortoise, boar, and Nisimha. The Vilas Rupa has a Prabhav division, including Vasudev, Sankarshan, Pradyumna, and Aniruddha. There is also Vaibhav division, in which there are 24 forms, including the second Vasudev, Sankarshan, Pradyumna, and Aniruddha. For each of these, there are 3 forms. Therefore, there are 12 forms altogether. These 12 forms constitute the predominant names for the 12 months of the year, as well as the 12 tilaka marks on the body. Each of the 4 personalities of Godhead expands into 2 other forms. Thus, there are 8 forms, such as Purushottama, Achyuta, etc. The 4 forms, Vasudev, etc., the 12 Keshava, etc., and the 8 Purushottama, etc. All together constitute 24 forms. All the forms are differently named in accordance with the weapons they hold in the 4 hands. Everything clear, right? Om Magyanatiminandasya Kananshana Shalakaya Chakshu Unmilitam Yena Tasmai Shiguruve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobistam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Tadati Svabadantikam Namom Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhaktivedanta Swamin Iti Namine Namaste Sarasvati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschadyate Shatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadha Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Vaibhava Prakasha Krishnera Shri Balarama Vanamatra Beda Saba Krishnera Samana. The first manifestation of the Vaibhava feature of Krishna is Sri Balaramji. Sri Balaram and Krishna have different bodily colors, but otherwise Sri Balaram is equal to Krishna in all respects. Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Shrimate Kadamba Kanana Swami Nitinamane Kadanchanas Mitesmin Dushkaram Sukaram Baret Vismrte Viparidam Syat Shri Chaitanya Namami Tam. That means that the impossible is easily to obtain if we always remember Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. But if we forget Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, then even the easiest thing is very difficult to perform or obtain. That's why we always remember the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. I'm saying this because I hope I can say something nice. Everything is possible by the mercy of the Lord. It's for some complicated topic. I actually really like this topic about Balaram and the Chatuvyuha and all the expansions and the avatars. But I didn't prepare it. I have to also say, if I don't read about it before, you can get very confused and say something wrong. So I don't go too much into all these technical details. Otherwise I get bewildered and you get bewildered and then we don't get anything out of this class. But a few points I really want to mention. Like as we know, Balaram, just recently I read something nice, found it very interesting. When the Jiva gets conditioned, Sri Krishna expands into Balaram, so that Balaram can be the guru of the entire creation and of the entire world. So it seems that Balaram is the mercy incarnation of Krishna, because he appears to guide us back to the Lord's lotus feet. And Sri Balaram, actually all expansions emanating later from Sri Balaramji. As explained here, and Balaram, he expands himself first into into Sankarshan, Shri Prahlad Nrsingadev, Bhagavan Ki Jai. And then we have all the different Chatavyuhas, Aniruddha, Pradyumna, Vasudev. From Vasudev, he expands into Lord Narayan, and Lord Narayan, he expands in the second Chatuvyuha. Chatu means four, Vyuha I think means formation, as far as I can remember. Yes, Chatuvyuha. So this four personality of Godhead, and all of these four personalities are also have all the six opulences of Krishna. They have unlimited beauty, wealth, knowledge, austerity, strength, and fame, like Krishna himself. And from these four personalities, from Sankarshan, of these four, emanates Mahasankarshan, or later Mahavishnu, who lies on the causal ocean, and from his body expands all the material universe. The whole creation emanates from Mahavishnu. And then Mahavishnu impregnates with his glance the living entities into this material world. And then Mahavishnu, he expands further into Garbhotukashai Vishnu. So he enters in all the universe. He becomes kind of the soul of the universe. And he lies also on the ocean, and from his navel, as we know, a lotus flower emanates, and from this stem of this lotus flower, or how to say stem, the whole creation is in this, apparently in this lotus. And there Lord Brahma was born. And also then further he expands in Kshiratokashai Vishnu. This is Vishnu who resides on the milk ocean, when the demigods inquire and ask Vishnu for help, then usually they first go to Lord Brahma or to Lord Indra, and then Lord Indra goes to Lord Brahma, and then Lord Brahma, he is the one he can approach Lord Vishnu on the on the Kshirotoka ocean. And Kshira means also milk. And yes, also Kshirotoka Shai Vishnu is the super soul in everyone's heart, the Param Atma. And so from this, expansions, we can actually understand that when we speak about Param Atma, we can also meditate about Balaram. It's not different from Balaram, because it's at the end his expansions. And Param Atma, the Guru appears in two ways: in the outside, as a person to give us guidance, and in the inside, as Param Atma, to give us the guidance from within. So we can understand the importance of Sri Balaram. And Balaram is also, he gives us service to the Lord. He engages us in all 5 different kinds of rasas, because he also himself, serves Krishna in all 5 rasas. He serves in neutrality, in Shanta rasa, by expanding himself in the realm of Krishna, Gloka Vrindavan. It's said is Sri Balaram expands, or here on the altar he expands, and it's his asana. He expands in this harmonium and the Mridanga. So this is service in neutrality. And what I really like is Gloka Vrindavan. Sometimes you ask yourself, when you go to Vrindavan in Gokula, how is it possible when you go to Govardhan Hill, for example, and then you come from Raman Reti, and it's the pastimes where Krishna and Balaram perform their pastimes, the place where Krishna and Balaram performed their pastimes, and then you go all the way to Govardhan. It's so far away, and then Krishna met with the gopis there, or in the rasa dance, or he met Radharani, Radhakund, and it's so far away, and then you might think, how did he manage to walk there? It's like, I think you walk the whole day to walk there. It's like 1 hour with the rickshaw or something, half an hour, 1 hour. So to walk there, it takes really long, and all these distances is not really, doesn't fit. Somehow it doesn't work out. But it's explained that when the demons attack Vrindavan, then the lotus expands, so the demon take long time to attack Krishna. And when Krishna performs his pastimes, especially with the gopis, then the lotus, closes, so that the distance is close, so you can easily go there. Because after he meets with Radharani night, for example, in the morning he has to quickly come back into bed. When Mother Yashoda comes, then Krishna pretends to sleep. So intense. Imagine you're like brahmachari, and then you don't meet with women, obviously, but you clean the whole night the temple room and do kirtan, and you never go to sleep. Then in the morning is the Mangalarat. You have no time for sleeping because you're so engaged in service. But that's Krishna. He's always engaged to serve his devotees, to have intimate relationships with his devotees. And then Mother Yashoda comes, he wakes him up, kind of. Then he pretends to, I'm awake, and now I have to meet with the cowherd boys. Then again, the whole Leela. In the evening he meets with the gopis, going on and on and on. So apparently Krishna never sleeps. So neutrality. Then when Krishna plays in his childhood pastimes, sometimes he cried because he couldn't get the butter, or the cowherd ladies, the gopis, went to Mother Yashoda and complained about Krishna, and Krishna sometimes he cried like a small boy, like Damodar-Līlā we know. But then Balaram came and he petted, trösten? Like trösten. Giving solace. No, solace. Trösten, like, oh, come here. Solace. I heard insult. Okay. So, Balaram, he gave solace, right, to Krishna. So he also had the kind of Vatsalya rasa, the parenthood, because he was the older brother. He was Krishna's friend, Sakya rasa. He played with Krishna, with the cowherd boys. Then Then he was his servant. Sometimes he massaged Krishna's lotus feet. And he also was in a relationship in Madhya Rasa with Krishna as Ananga Manchari. He also appeared, he's his own, expansion as a gopi and could perform with Krishna in the rasa dance. So Balaram has all 5 rasas perfected. So he gives us actually service to Krishna. Without him, it's not possible. We know also he's the Adi Guru. He's the first, the original Guru. And sometime 1-2 years ago, one devotee, he criticized it. He criticized that point because nowhere in the scriptures actually it says Adi Guru, like in Sanskrit. But from the acharyas, they explain it, it's the Adi Guru. And this person says, no, it's like not true, and Srila Prabhupada is wrong. But it's not the case. We can clearly understand that he is the first Guru. Especially he perfected these 5 rasas. He appeared as Lord Nityananda. He's the most merciful. Mahaprabhu and Lord Nityananda, the most merciful avatars appearing in this age of Kali to give us shelter, to give us the holy name, to give us devotional service. So Balaram, he is the most merciful incarnation. Lord Nityananda, so merciful. Yes, also he wears a plow, and a club. And with the club, we also know from Lord Vishnu, with the club he can destroy our demonic tendencies in the heart. So Balaram, he also helps us to overcome our obstacles, our anatas. And with the plow, he cleans the heart so to make the heart fruitile. Yeah. Like you go on the field, like Chota Haridas knows, he needs to make the in English, soil, the soil fertile. And for that you need a plow. And I mean, nowadays you do it differently, but in these days you use the plow. And in the same way, Balaram, he makes our heart fertile for love of Krishna. He fertile. Okay, fertile. Yeah. Fruitile. I thought about fruits. Fertile. And it says, hearing about Krishna is like the sunlight, and chanting Krishna's names is like the rain, growing the seeds, the plants, so that something can grow. So, and Sri Balaram, he engages us especially in hearing and chanting to make our heart fertile. So now I got it. What I find interesting is because it says bodily colors, Balaram is white, Krishna is black. But then he expands into Mahavishnu at one point, and Mahavishnu is also black. But Sheshanaga is described as white. We see it always painted as black, but actually it's described. Sheshanaga is also white. And Shesha means what remains after. So Shesha is what remains after the dissolution of the universe. Then we have still Sri Sheshanaga, which remains in the universe, in the spiritual realm, and Mahavishnu lies on Sheshanaga. And why is this so important? I mean, this is instruction from Lord Chaitanya, speaks about these topics. To whom he speaks here? I know we're talking about this chapter of more than a year now. So some devotees who come to the classes or listen online, they know, or the speakers, but yeah. It's the instructions to Sanatana Goswami. It's very important instructions, especially the topic now is about Sambandha, Abhideya, Prayochana, about understanding the connection, the relationship to Krishna, the path of devotional service, and the ultimate goal. And this knowledge is very important to understand the different incarnations. You can't say incarnations actually. Incarnations means incarnate, to become into flesh. So it's avatars. Avatar means somebody who descends. We incarnate in a body. But Krishna, when he appears, he descends. He doesn't incarnate in a material, physical body like ours. And Krishna says, Chanma kama jamedivyam evam yo veti tatvataha tyaktva deham puna chanma naitimam eti soachuna. So it's one of the most quoted shlokas from Srila Prabhupada, a very important shloka, which says that whoever understands my transcendental nature, my pastimes and my appearance in this material world, he will get free from birth and death. So he will not be born in this material world again. So Krishna gives us a very sublime instruction. So that way also Sanatana Goswami received from Lord Chaitanya this topic about all the different avatars. Like we have Leela avatars, like Lord Ramachandra, Nishingadev. Then we have Yuga avatars, like Krishna himself appeared in the previous Yuga, but was also a Leela avatar and a Yuga avatar. In this Yuga we have Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. In Satya Yuga we had Kapila Dev. In Treta Yuga, Maitreya. And yeah, in different yugas Krishna appears to perform different pastimes, to to establish the Yuga Dharma. And then we have the Guna avatars. We have Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva, and Lord Vishnu. We heard also a few times now in the Srimad Bhagavatam class about the Guna avatars and their working in this material world. Then we have the Purusha avatars. The Purusha avatars are the avatars mentioned in this purport. The Chatavyuha, then the three Purusha avatars, Karanatokashai Vishnu, Kshiratokashai Vishnu, Gavatokashai Vishnu. Yeah, so we have many forms and many avatars. And Lord Krishna just appeared kind of recently, 5,000 years ago. Is in comparison to the time structure of the Vedas, it's a very short amount of time. And it's a very special time that Krishna appeared in this time. He appears in one day of Lord Brahma, Krishna appears. And in the midday of Lord Brahma, Krishna appeared. And then in this special time right now, only 4,500 years ago appeared Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. We just missed it. Yesterday we had the Vyasa Puja of my Guru Maharaj, and then we said he was compared like Narottam Das Thakur. He just missed when he appeared. He just missed everyone, Lord Chaitanya, all the devotees, and our Guru Maharaj also, Kanama Maharaj. He just missed Srila Prabhupada. A few months later he joined in Vrindavan. He just missed Srila Prabhupada. In the same way, we just missed Srila Prabhupada. We just missed Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Was so close. Maybe we were there even, who knows? Maybe we hear the kirtan or something, or we got remnants of some prasadam, or we bumped in some devotee and got purified. We heard yesterday in Act of Devotion we should always, with our ears, we should listen to the holy names of the Lord. With our tongue, we should glorify the holy names of the Lord. With our nose, we should smell the tulasi offered to the Lord, the flowers offered to the Lord. With our tongue also, we taste the delicious Krishna prasadam. And with our body, with our sense of touch, we try to touch devotees in kirtan, or when we have prasadam, it's unavoidable, Prabhupada writes, that somehow or other you always touch devotees, somehow you bump in a devotee. And you get purified with this. You keep your body, your material senses engaged in Krishna's service. So wonderful, huh? So easy actually. And what was my point? Act of devotion before was engage the senses. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, what was my point? We just missed Mahaprabhu. Yeah, lost the chain of thought. And Mahaprabhu, when he appeared, there was chanting all around in Navadvip. Even the Muslims, they chanted Haram, Haram. haram. And everyone was chanting the Lord's holy name because it came on a special occasion when there was a moon and a sun eclipse. It was inauspicious, very inauspicious. Oh no, sorry, it was a moon eclipse, no? It was a full moon. I don't remember. Which eclipse was it? Moon eclipse, yeah, full moon. And it was inauspicious time, so the people in these days, they all went to the Ganges, to Ganga, Mother Ganga, to take a bath and to chant holy mantras to be protected. So they all went in the time when Mahaprabhu was born. So everyone was chanting. That was already indicating the purpose of Lord Chaitanya, that the whole world will chant the holy names of the world. And then at one point, when Mahaprabhu left this world, Mayapur got flooded by the Ganga. And everything, just recently, maybe 100 years ago or something, I think they just, when Bhaktivinoda Thakur lived, they just rediscovered all the holy places. And it says Mayapur was flooded. And in Caitanya-caritāmṛta and Madhya-līlā described in the same way like the Ganges flooded, Ganges heißt it, Ganges? Yeah. The Ganges flooded Mayapur with water. In the same way, Mahaprabhu will flood the whole world with love to Krishna, with prema. It's nice, no? And when you go to Mayapur, you can actually taste this prema somehow. Chaya bath, some small drop of this prema you can taste. Like what we experience now, it's just a small portion of what you experience when you serve and chant and hear in the Holy Dham. Very, very powerful, very transformating and purifying, very beautiful. But also soon we will have our Nishinga Chaturdashi festival here. And here's also the Holy Dham, always manifested. But we are, through our conditioning, not always perceive the nature of the Holy Dham here in Simhachalam. In the morning I always say, Shri Simhachalam Dham Ki Chai. I copied it from Mayapur, they always say, Shri Mayapur Dham Ki Chai, after the announcements. Just to remember us that we actually in a Dham, it's a holy place. But the Dham is not just a place of pilgrimage where you can go. You can go, you can buy your ticket, you fly to Vrindavan, you fly to Mayapur, you jump in a train, you come to Simhachalam, and you might miss the whole thing. If your attitude is not right, if your heart not there, still you get your benefit, you get purified, you get your realizations and your ecstatic and blissful moments. But we don't need to go anywhere. We don't need to fly anywhere. We don't need to use a train to go to Vrindavan. Vrindavan is a state of consciousness. Vrindavan is always in our heart. The spiritual world is not somewhere far away. No, it's right in the moment. It's here in our heart. And Mahaprabhu, he came to remember us. And he gave us something very important. And in this yuga, now we say, okay, where is Krishna? Where is Mahaprabhu? Narottam Das Thakur, he complains, where are all the devotees? Where are they? We can also complain, where is Srila Prabhupada? Where is Bhaktisiddhanta? Where is Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur? Where is our Guru Maharaj? Where are all the devotees? Where is Krishna? Where is Chaitanya? Where is Lord Nityananda? Where is Srinivasacharya? Where is Shyamananda? Where are they? I feel so alone here. Yeah. But we're never alone. Prabhupada says, when we chant the holy name, Prabhupada will be always with us. Because all these personalities, we are connected with them, through them, with them. Especially when you get initiated to the parampara, you're connected with the parampara. And initiation in those days was not like nowadays, with all these yagyas, and this was second initiation, diksha. But initiation was just by giving one the holy name, except with one guru. It was not so formal like nowadays. Nowadays it's split up in two initiations. The Harinam initiation, where we receive a name, ends with Das. So we join the family of Das. Yeah, one friend, he said, and which name do you want? And then I said, I don't know, this and that. And actually I also said Advaita, was one of the names I liked. And then he said, no, your answer should be Das, the servant. And Das, we hear Balaram, he perfected all 5 rasas. Mahaprabhu, we have also a specific rasa with Mahaprabhu, what do you think? Which rasa we have with Mahaprabhu? How many rasas we have with Mahaprabhu? There are 5, right? We have neutrality, service, servitorship. We have parenthood, brotherly relationship. In the rasas, we have the relationship as a parent and the relationship in conjugal love. So which rasa do you think is for us, for Lord Chaitanya? What do we? Dasya. Why? And do you think we have other rasas with Lord Mahaprabhu? Other relationship other than service to him? No. For us, our relationship with Chaitanya is through service. And to this service, he reveals the relationship between Radha and Krishna. Just recently I heard we don't worship actually Radha and Krishna. We worship the love between Radha and Krishna. And this is very confidential, it's a very high topic. And we have no access to it. We can read all the books, I also tried it, and it's nice, but I can't feel it, I can't enter it. But what can I enter is coming here in the morning, chanting with the devotees, doing kirtan, having prasadam, serving the Vaishnavas, performing devotional service, hearing the Srimad Bhagavatam, going to holy places, performing Ratha Yatra, going out on Nam Sankirtan, doing Harinam on the streets. Mahaprabhu sent Nityananda and Haridas, go out and preach, go out to everyone and give them the holy name. And that's exactly what we are doing. We following what Lord Chaitanya did. So we can easily relate to Lord Chaitanya. It's so easy because we do the same. We read here now, Adi-līlā, Madhya-līlā, chapter 20, text 174. And at one point, the Antya-līlā ends. But it doesn't end. We are also part of the Caitanya-caritāmṛta. One point, maybe in history, there will be a book about all the Vaishnavas, with Prabhupada. Who knows which devotees will still come to spread this movement. So many elevated souls, maybe even from the spiritual world, we don't know. But that's only possible because we following Lord Chaitanya, we serving Lord Chaitanya. And he's still with us. It's not that they are all gone. Mahaprabhu is now with us. Kale, Krishna Nama, Yuga Avatar. Nama Haya Haite Sare Chagat Nishtara. And that means that in this Kali Yuga, in this age of Kali, Krishna appeared in the form of his holy name. So this is the Yuga Avatar. Of course, Lord Chaitanya, but Krishna is still here. Lord Chaitanya is still here. Whenever we chant the holy name of Lord Krishna, Mahaprabhu and Lord Nityananda, they are present. And the second part of this verse means that we, Jagat Nishtara, we get free deliverance, we get delivered from this material world by chanting, by always associating with the holy name, because the holy name and the Lord, they are not different. And then the Maya, the darkness of illusion of the material energy, will be removed. It's also, at one point it said, when we always chant the holy name without fail, without interruption, constantly, and whoever we meet, we talk with them about Krishna in one way or another, then the three modes of material nature have no influence anymore. So that's the way you can get free of Maya, to always focus on Krishna. Krishna is like the sun. When you see the sun, there's no darkness. When the sun comes in the morning, the darkness faints, diminishes. Krishna suya sama maya haya andakara yahan Krishna dahi nahi maya adhika. So Krishna is compared to the sun, to sunlight, and Maya is compared to darkness. So wherever there's Krishna consciousness, there can be no Maya, no darkness. So simple. Makes sense, no? So by practicing Krishna consciousness wholeheartedly, with sincere, emerging in Krishna consciousness. Yesterday I read Amrita Kheer. There's some kind of sweet rice called Amrita Kheer. Like when we eat sweet rice today is Ekadashi, tomorrow, then we have the sweet rice, and the rice in the sweet rice almost dissolved completely. So you almost, the rice, emerged with the milk. So that we call sweet rice. Huh? But Amrita Kheer is even one step further. You boil the sweet rice, it's almost done. Like usually I would take it away to cool it down. But then you add again milk, and you boil the milk again. And then the rice completely emerges with the milk, and it becomes one. And in the same way, we should also emerge with Krishna. In that sense that our focus, our intensity, our consciousness is completely Krishna conscious. Like when you put an iron stick into fire, it will get the same qualities like fire. Satchidananda Vigraha, we are eternal, full of knowledge, full of bliss, and we are form. So we are, in that sense, not different from Krishna. But we are just a tiny, tiny drop. The quantity, Krishna is different, but the quality is the same. Yeah, made of the same material. And yeah, that was so important for us. Not just we chant our rounds and we follow a bit the 4 regulative principles, and then we do a little bit service here and there, and then when we have free time, we're going home and watching movies the whole day, or eating chocolate or whatever, and because we need free. No, in our free time, what we're going to do in our free time? We want to chant more, we want to read more, we want to serve more. Free doesn't mean free. In devotional life, there's no free. There's not just a thing, half material life, half spiritual life. No, if you want to live, if you want to be Krishna conscious, it's not possible halfway. You have to be fully Krishna conscious. Prabhupada didn't say halfway Krishna conscious. Let's become halfway Krishna conscious. And I read a very nice book right in the moment from my Guru Maharaj, some lectures. He made a book out of it about instructions in spiritual life. And he also said that what differentiates a normal devotee with a pure devotee is only the focus. He's completely focused. Like he doesn't waste any moment, any time, not even one breath. He's fully engaged each moment in the service of the Lord. And other devotees like us, or I don't know, like myself, can't speak for you, but yeah, I have this many times. I need a free day. It's too much seva. I need to breathe. I need some space. But that means actually that my understanding, my focus, my conviction is not completely pure. And maybe you're not a pure devotee, but if you follow this, and if you really, with all your heart, with all your senses, with your body, with your mind, with your speech, you really engage yourself fully in Krishna consciousness, non-stop, then you follow pure devotional service. And you will become pure. You will become a pure devotee. In this lifetime, in the next lifetime, doesn't matter actually. Yeah. One more lifetime. I know in the beginning when I came, and then with new bhaktas we talked, and then somebody told us, you can't go back to Krishna in this lifetime. You have to come again first in the Madhya-līlā to become purified, get the letzten Schliff, wie sagt man, the last, become a gopi, and learn to serve in the association of Krishna, in the association of pure devotees. And then you go back to Krishna after you appeared in one of the universes in the Madhya-līlā. And in the beginning we said, no, I don't want to take birth again, and after this lifetime. Of course, all of us, we take sannyas. Today I dreamt about Satchidananda Maharaj gave me sannyas. And then all the sannyasi called me Maharaj. And then at one point I became very lusty thoughts, and I was like, I went to Maharaj and I said, Maharaj, I can't be sannyas. It was like a nightmare actually. It was like, I still have so many desires, I can't be sannyas. And then Keshav Maharaj came, my godbrother, and then he said, "Hey Maharaj," and then I looked at me, and all of a sudden had the saffron robes, and it was a nightmare. Really, I woke up. I was like so disturbed from this. My wife came and said, "Yeah, it's such a nightmare." I became sannyas because in the dream I could realize, it's not. And in the beginning, when we joined, we all wanted to become sannyasis. I was so sure I wanted to leave this material world. I want to be brahmachari my whole life. When I'm 50, 60, I take sannyas, and that's it. And then what? Somebody tells me you have to be born again. In the Krishna-līlā. Come on. But actually, it's really nice to take birth in Krishna-līlā, because in this special pastimes, Krishna, we will see the Damodar-līlā when Mother Yashoda binds Krishna. Because in the spiritual world, Krishna is always Kaishor, he's always 16 years old. So this childhood pastimes he is here to fight the demons, full of anxiety. Oh no, Keshi comes. Or Trinavatra, oh no, Krishna, he is in the air. Trinavatra, he will die. He's a small baby. Yeah. Or Putana and all these demons, we will not experience in the spiritual world like this. Or cooking for Krishna, so special. One devotee told me, I said, well, I have to cook every day, I have no time, for my license and some stuff I have to sort out in my life right now, and I'm cooking so much. And he said, no, you should be happy, you should wake up. Yes, I can cook for Krishna. Because in the spiritual world, you can't just cook for Krishna. Radharani cooks for Krishna, Mother Yashoda, maybe some special devotees. But Advaita Simha can't cook for Krishna in the spiritual world. But here, Nishingadev is so merciful. Ramananda Gopal, Chinmay Prabhu, they are so merciful. They engage me in cooking for Lord Nishingadev. Imagine that. You can cut the vegetables for Krishna. You can grow the vegetables for Krishna, Chota Haridas. So far out, no? You can harvest them, you can offer them. What do you want, it's like amazing. Even if you take birth again, we can do so many sevas, like it's the spiritual world. But just our consciousness, our state of being, our heart, it separates us from Krishna. And that is called Maya, the illusion, what is not. Because we think something is not connected with Krishna. And this is the only Maya. Actually, there is no Maya. It's just us. But we can make the conscious decision that we say, Krishna, I'm yours. And I do everything, each moment, in each breath I take, I offer to you. Each ant I kill today when I work in the garden, I get reactions for it. But I work for you. I grow the vegetables for you. And then you are saved. If you grow the vegetables for yourself, imagine you just bake now a nice cake, and you cook nice sabchis and make some nice, halava and pizza, and you just eat it without offering it. Terrible, no? My wife was cooking now a few days in some Ayurvedic clinic to replace some other devotee who has no time. So she just checked it out, and on the first day, the boss came from there, and the dishes were ready, and she took her spoon, she went in one pot, then the same spoon she took in another pot and ate. And my wife was like, oh my God. I messaged them later, I said, I don't tell them we offer it, because they don't know what it means to offer it, like what you want. But I told them, when we cook, then we want to cook everything when it's done. When it gets served on a plate, then you can taste it. Said it's Indian tradition, you can't just go to the pot. And it's an Ayurvedic restaurant center, and the owner just eats from each pot with the spoon. It's like not hygienic at all. No hygiene. Yeah. But the point I wanted to make is, that we, when we cook ourselves, we not just eat. We offer it to Krishna. I thought about it when I hear this from my wife, and I thought about it. I'm cooking now and I just eat. It's so weird, no? Like we don't do this. We offer everything we have. So our life should be the same. Everything we do, yat kadashu, yat ashnasi, yat shuhosi, yat asiyat. Whatever we do, whatever we eat, whatever we give away, whatever austerity we perform, we should do for Krishna. And when we remember this, even if it's artificial and not in a pure state, we may be not pure devotees now, but if we every time we read Srimad Bhagavatam, Krishna, I do this for you, I want to be closer with you. I don't read because I want to get knowledge. No, I want to be closer to you. I want to understand your nature. I want to get taste for you, for chanting. I chant the holy names, not because I have here a list, I just found it yesterday. I never read the list, but I will do it today because it's Ekadashi, and then I'm inspired to chant maybe more. 114 benefits of chanting 60 rounds in one go without interruption. Can send it to you in the group if you like. But better relating to others, being in the mode of goodness, becoming more fearless, proper decision making, power-packed prasad, extreme deep sleep, feeling Krishna's presence. I hope that deep sleep is not doing chanting. Feeling Krishna's presence through the special moments of the day, living in Vrindavan, feeling distance from the waves of desires. 114 benefits of chanting. Well, far out, no? But why we chant? The one thing should be because Radha and Krishna will be pleased. Because we worship this love between Radha and Krishna. Krishna will be pleased with our chanting. That we should pronounce it nicely, we should hear properly, we should have a good consciousness, a good mood, we shouldn't be tired. Preferably to sit down, really listen to the holy name and serve Krishna in that way. And everything we do, each moment, each breath, we make an offering to the Lord. And then, like Prabhupada said, then your life will be sublime. Thank you, Hare Krishna. Okay, there's 5 minutes left for questions. If you have some question or comment, please speak now or be quiet forever. Yes, Sharad Prabhu.
Can we make equivalence between the Satya Yuga, which is following the Kali Yuga? Satya Yuga is supposed to be the golden age, is not? And in Western astrology, they talk about age of Aquarius.
Yes.
Aquarian age. Can we make some equivalence?
Yes, the Satya Yuga, the golden age, comes in 27,000 years. So we have a long way to go. But there's a special Yuga now with the appearance of Lord Chaitanya. He appeared 500 years ago. It's the form of Krishna I just talked about. And he actually inaugurated a small golden age in this Kali Yuga. So a period of the next 10,000 years. It will be establishing of Varnashram Dham, of the chanting of the holy name. And we can see now that Prabhupada's books are spread everywhere. Devotees coming more and more temples are built, more people becoming spiritual. We have, like in so many countries, we have temples even of, like Vedic temples of Shiva, of Ganesh. People talking about karma, becoming vegetarian, doing yoga, meditation. This is not symptoms for Kali Yuga. This is Kali Yuga, like we know a few hundred years ago, was all about like they had like war and diseases and all kinds of difficult conditions. But the last 500 years, everything changed. So this is the mercy of Lord Chaitanya, and it will be more over the next 10,000 years. So we're only in the beginning. And recently I heard actually from Prabhupada that it will never happen that the whole world chant Hare Krishna, but the Varnashram Dham will be established and will help people in general to live a spiritual life. Not everyone will become a pure devotee or devotee and joins the Hare Krishna movement. But it will be spread. It will be so many devotees that it doesn't matter anymore. And people will get still the benefit because special souls like us appear in this Kali Yuga. Not everyone is allowed to come. The most fallen souls, we are here now in this Kali Yuga. Yeah. We took birth now, but actually it's very glorious that we have taken birth in this age. The demigods, they're standing in line, it says, to take birth now in this Yuga. Actually, one devotee I know, he did his astrology, and his astrologer told him he comes from the heavenly planets. And in the heavenly planets there's Satya Yuga. And he decided to take birth now to distribute books. Far out, no? And he's so inspired now because he heard this. Doesn't matter if it's true or not. But he distributes lots of books, he's very inspired. Yeah, because he realizes, wow, even if it's true, okay, it's nice, but if it's not true, I'm still like, it's ecstatic. Like, I have this opportunity now to serve the mission of Lord Chaitanya. And this Kali Yuga is very special. That we sit here now in this temple, it's so special. And later, after this 10,000 years, when Kali Yuga degrades, I just got a book, Kali Kommt. We have this now in the Lager. Kali Comes. It's a novel about, I say novel, roman? How is it roman in English? Novel? It's a novel about, personality of Kali comes. I didn't read it, I don't know what is inside. But in the Mahabharata, it's like a big portion actually in the Mahabharata talks about Kali Yuga. In the Bhagavatam, we have also descriptions of the Kali Yuga, and it's very degrading. It's very not what we experience now. So it's very fortunate. We have a golden age. And like I said, Vrindavan, the spiritual world is in your heart. So the golden age is a state of being. It's not something will happening automatically just because Prabhupada came and he said it. Of course it will happen, but we have to do the work. We have to help Prabhupada. We have to help Lord Chaitanya. The books will not distribute from themselves. The holy name will not just appear in everyone's heart and in everyone's ears. No, we have to do it. We have to be the instrument. Yeah. When Krishna revealed his universal form in front of Arjuna, then I like this part because all the people on the battlefield, they already died, it says. But he gave Krishna Arjuna the decision to fight for me, or go in the forest and become an ascetic person, or fight for me. And we are in the same position like Arjuna. Krishna gives us the possibility, serve me, love me, chant for me, spread the movement. But we can take the credit. If we don't take it, somebody else will take it. There's so many souls. Everyone wants mercy. Everyone needs mercy. And if we can, of course, we can just live our comfortable life in our four walls, and we chant a little bit here and there, and going to the Sunday feast once a week, and read a little bit the Bhagavatam. And it's also nice. It's also good. It's great. Better than nothing. You get nourished. But yeah, every day, go out of your comfort zone. Do something extra. Show Krishna, I'm here for you. Don't hold back. Give Krishna everything. And that's the golden age. You're part of it. Yeah. Let's do it together.
I have a second question actually, which is very down to earth. I've been 2 times in Vrindavan.
Yeah.
In a period between 6-7 years. Okay. And last time the air pollution was terrible.
There was there? Air pollution.
Coming from
Yes.
I cannot see in front of me 10 meters.
Yes.
10 meters you can see in the air, and the smell, everything. It doesn't matter the Hare Krishna devotees who are going there are living there. It doesn't matter there.
I mean, spiritually it doesn't matter, but materially it's poison. It's not good. And it's Kali Yuga progressing, so we can only hope. I know we don't hope, but like the golden age will not just happen. It will be gradually. The people get realized and understand what they should do and what they should not do, or it's described there will be a big war. Because how should people wake up? In times of suffering, we turn to God, but we pollute our whole atmosphere. We kill animals, we kill people, like the airplanes and the cars, the big cities. It's all polluted. It's not Krishna's system, but it's still Kali Yuga. But it can change. It doesn't matter if it comes through a war or through devotional service or the chanting of the holy name, but each one of us, we do our part. We try to, don't waste so much plastic on a material platform, but on a spiritual platform, we try to be sincere, to chant Krishna's names. The whole universe, if you chant the holy name, the whole universe gets purified. It's so powerful. If you chant the name one time purely, everything will change. Yeah.
Are jivas also incarnation of Balaram, or are Jesus incarnation of Krishna? At the beginning you were saying...
There's 3 different tattvas. Jiva tattva, Vishnu tattva, Shakti tattva. So for example, Mother Yashoda, Nanda Maharaj, specific gopis, cowherd boys, they are Krishna's energy, they are Shakti tattva. They never condition jivas. We are jivas, we are Tatashta Shakti, we marginal between the material world and spiritual world. And Krishna and Balaram, they are Vishnu tattva. So they are always Vishnu, they are always Krishna. And how exactly the soul emanated from Krishna, I don't know. It's described that sometimes speaks about a creation, but if we speak about the soul is eternal, never took birth, never dies, then there was no creation. On the other hand, we come from Krishna, who is eternal, we're part of him. So that's the one point we will not discuss today, because then we will sit here till tomorrow.
I just read something about that by Advaita.
Yeah.
So he was saying that like this discussion, if the soul is eternal, then how did they come out of Krishna? This is a useless discussion because when this happened, this is beyond the concept of
Time and space, yeah.
Since it's the beyond concept
Yes.
of time and all material creation and everything, then
Yes. And we can't understand, even if it would be written in a book, we would not understand. Other things we might understand, like the Purusha avatars we talked, we can like logically think it expands from Balaram and so on, and then in the universe, and then the Paramatma, and that we can somehow maybe, logically try to understand. But how we, the soul, emanates from where, when we are eternal, it's like, too far out. We can speculate, we can read the books, we can discuss it. It's also nice sometimes to speak about it. For me, it's like, because then I'm aware, hey, wow, the whole creation, Krishna, it's so amazing, and it's even so amazing you can't even explain it. But some people criticize at this point, then your philosophy has a loophole, it's not perfect. But that's not true, it's perfect, because Krishna is perfect. And Krishna is unlimited, has unlimited potencies. And how will we understand? But we will at one point. If it is the goal of life to understand how the soul came from Krishna, then become a pure devotee and go back to Krishna. And probably then it doesn't matter anymore. Hope you're interesting. Anyways, we have Ekadashi today. It's a great opportunity to go deep, chant extra rounds, to eat less, sleep less, read more. I think I scheduled Narahari Mataji for the evening, but usually we have Kirtan evening. So I will talk to her. It's not sure yet what we do. But I wish you a wonderful day in Krishna consciousness. Let's chant and dance in ecstasy again and again, eternally. Jai Shri Krishna Balaram Ki Jai, Shri Prabhupada Ki Jai, Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam Ki Jai, Golokera Premadan Harinam Sankirtan Ki Jai.
I don't know if I find nice, but which coming from mathematics is that in mathematics, like you can show there are different kinds of infinities. So like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, that goes to infinity. But you can, like mathematically, you can show that there are other infinities which are even beyond, even bigger than this. Like you can say how can infinity be bigger than infinity, but then you show